It's time for Adobe Office Hours. This week, a special edition where Andrew and Nick are sick. Tune in for the top 10 tips across your favorite Creative Cloud apps. Nick, I literally talked about being sick and then nailed the intro. I think we did it for the first time ever. We got the intro. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Adobe Office Hours. I'm Andrew.
I'm Nick.
And we're sick. We both have a little cold, so please bear with us if there's coughing, if there's wheezing, if there's anything.
Ooh,
there also will
hopefully
be
no wheezing.
At least 20 tips, right? Right, Nick? Yeah. We each have 10. I think that we undersold ourselves. We did talk about having the top 10 tips for Creative Cloud, but it is going to be 20 today. We have 20 of them. And right off the bat, Nick, I'm going to throw to you because I think that you are ready to go. Let's do like 1 and 1. We go back and forth. Or chat, at any point, just put one of our names and we'll just flip back and forth. So if you want Nick to do 3, please vote for Nick. That's fine. I won't hurt my feelings. But if you want me, then put my name in chat. We'll flip over. All right, Nick, let's hop over. What are we starting with here?
All right. Ever get one of these die lines from a vendor and guess what's missing? The dimensions, right? Like yes. This is the worst. You don't even know where to start with these things. So what we would usually do is I would go in here. I would even get like the measuring kind of tool and try to line it up. But now Adobe has given us one of the best. And you just hover over here to the side and you see that there's the new dimension beta tool. And when you click this on there and you hover over any of these lines, you'll instantly get obviously a preview. But when you click and move out, you will get the actual dimensions with the crops, with the arrows and everything else. And it's even on these little guys. Look at this little one here. If they're separated and they're lines that are different, it's really incredible. And the internal ones as well. So if you got to show those off, it is really something else to go with. So love that. And then you also have the angle tool, where if something like this here, and you want to get that actual angle, you click, I believe it's click and drag, or what is it? Let's see.
Click. Oh, the angle tool. It's clicking on a corner. Yeah, and then you drag out. Is it drag? You might just click once. You might have to select the path.
There it is.
Welcome to tip number 1.
Hey, we're getting we're getting a line there.
I do feel like I've had issue with the tool. Try to do a different corner. It also okay. Hold on, wait. It might only measure the corners on a closed path. That might be a thing. I know that there is a little trick to the corner radius tool. So let's see if it works on a closed path corner. Awesome. Good luck, everyone.
If we do this and let's say we get rid of one aisle here.
Let's see what happens. Everyone hold my hands.
Okay. Check it out. We're going to get this. All right, here.
Let's find the hypotenuse.
There it is.
There we go.
45.
Boom. Hypotenused. Take that.
And look at the slight curve it gives you. It's so elegant. Isn't that fantastic?
And Nick, I'm going to throw a tip on top of this one. This is going to be a little, I don't know, duo tip. I don't know. Here's my tip. You can actually change what all of that looks like. So if you go and select your dimension tool and then click on that little gear, you can actually change the if it's a dotted line, if it's a thin line, if it's a thick line, the weight of it. You can change the arrowheads. You can change everything there, and it's really great because you can do that and set it on its own layer. And Nick, you want to know the best part about this? Chat, I need to remove you for a second. Bye, chat. Hold on. I'll bring you right back. Nick, can you go to your layers panel?
Yes. Hold on. Oh, that's right. Hold on. Well, there's the new one with it dotted and ready to go.
Ooh,
love that.
A twist.
So we go to layers.
Oh, what's that? You didn't have to even add a layer? Yes, that's right. So up there in the layers panel, it automatically will show you what it looks like. And what it'll automatically remove your guides onto its own layer.
That's the way it should be. It's like so smart. You don't have to make the new layer and then select it all.
Adobe Sensei technology.
Yes. Thank you, Sensei.
Here's the thing. At this point on the show, I don't think that either of us know what that means, but it does get attributed to pretty much everything that's happening.
I know they don't bring it up as much. It was like the first few times they were talking about AI back at Max a few years ago.
All right, chat, you're back. Thanks, chat. Right. Hi, welcome. Everyone say hi. Chat, can we get some waves? That was YouTube chat. YouTube chat, you can wave as well. I'll go back and forth. But chat on Behance, give us some waves for all the people that are watching the replay. We have a lot of people that can't tune in live. I do want to give a special shout out to Girotima. Our friend was back, posted in our Discord and said hi. If you want to join the Discord, you can. Discord.gg/ACC. So if you want to say hi, chat, this is your opportunity. Say hi to all the people that are watching the replay and maybe just tell them your favorite thing that happened today. And then if you're watching the replay, put your favorite thing that happened today whenever you're watching it in the comments. And we can double up there. All right, my turn.
Up to you. What do you got?
My turn. And then I took away chat. Hold on, chat. There you go. You're back. All right, so here's mine. Mine is actually very simple, and it's just a quick tip in Adobe Illustrator. Let's say that we have all of these different pieces, and I want to select this like rainbow stripe that's going down the middle here. And also, chat, if anyone can reference what I am referencing here with this rainbow stripe with little circles around it, if you can guess what my reference was for that, I will give you a prize. So put your guesses. What is the reference that went in my mind to be inspired to do this rainbow stripe with the circles around it? All right, so what we want to do is, this is my tip number 1, technically 1.5, but we'll take it. If I want to select that, but I'm trying to get it, you'll see everything's moving around. Even if I clicked into here, there's still this text on top and I'd have to move everything around. We don't want to do that. And hey, Chris Olson, hello. Nice to see you. Colby's here as well. Nice to see you.
What's up, guys?
So what you need to do, if I want to select that and there are things in front of it, I'm going to hold Control. So I'm holding Control or Command on Mac, and we're going to click once. And once I click once, you can see there that, see how it has that little like caret next to it? I know it's really, really small.
Yeah.
But there's a little caret that appears next to it. And then if I click on it again, it will select the next object down. So you can actually click through objects in Adobe Illustrator until you get the one you want. And there we go. I have the one I want. I can grab my direct selection tool and then select it over there.
Do they have to be on... Can they be on different layers? Can they be on same layer? I believe it doesn't matter, right?
Ooh, that's an excellent question, Nick Longo, and we are about to find out the answer to that question. I'm going to pull this onto a new layer. This is why Office Hours is great, chat, is we help each other learn, and then you get to learn in tandem with us.
There you go.
So I'm going to do this into its own layer. We're going to arrange and then send to current layer. It's on its own layer now. Let's see. So I am on red layer. I'm holding Control. I'm clicking. And then clicking again. Now I'm on blue layer. Yes, it does go between layers. I actually didn't think it was going to, but it does go between layers, which is really, really cool.
A locked layer is going to be locked completely, right? That's just going to be impossible to click on either way.
Let's find out, Nick Longo.
I'm going to keep throwing the challenges.
I'm guessing no. I'm definitely guessing no here because I can't even select it. Yeah, no, it's locked.
Oh, there you go.
It's locked. I can't even select it. All right, back to our friend Nick Longo for tip number 2.
All right. If you ever use the pencil tool and you don't have, maybe you're on a trackpad, maybe you are even with the mouse sometimes, and you're trying to get something nice and fluid when it comes to a good line weight. I know when I'm doing it, I get a little bit of the jaggies like this.
Yes.
And I'm going to purposely kind of make this a little bit hard to kind of read, but you can see there's a lot of points in there. And when I look at it, it is pretty bad. Now, but let's say I do like the vibe of this. I'd say I did it even better, but it had a lot of the jaggies in it. You're going to go to Object, and you are going to go to Smooth, which is something new that I believe is in the... Where did we put it? Is it in Line? Path. There we go. Couldn't remember. Now, check this out. We get a fun little slider, and the minute we move this, look, I actually almost have a font now. This actually looks...
Wait, I've literally never seen this.
You've never seen that before?
No, this is awesome.
Isn't that great? Like, I mean, look at this is so awesome to see that if you just go in there, go to your path, go to smooth, you do have settings in your pencil at the beginning, but if you've done something and you want to smooth it out, I mean, look, well, you can even, that's the maximum smoothness I can make that. But now we go here and look at that. This actually looks so much better, and it's so many less points. What a great little tip to throw in there, particularly for the hand lettering, or if you're trying to just do some organic kind of spirals or something kind of fun, right?
Yeah, that is such a great tip. And I actually
awesome?
Like seeing that.
The most complicated font I have to see what that will do.
Okay, so this is auto smooth. That's going to keep it pretty low.
What a smart idea to try it out there.
Look at how bubbly and fun those letters get. Wait, I have to do this with like a very sharp, like thick serif or sans serif.
Let's see here.
Oh yeah, let's get something like where's the thickest? Gibson. That's a thick. Yep, got it. Okay. So let's just do OH. Hello. And hi, nice to see you. Our friend is here.
Who's here?
Tima, I know that I pronounce your name wrong every time. I'm so sorry. But it's good to see you. One of our OGs had been watching Office Hours for a long time. Good to see you back in the live chat. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to go to path. We're going to go to smooth. And then we are just going to smooth this out. Oh Nick, look at how fun and bubbly those letters get.
Bro, look at the Western W.
That's
I
great.
tried. Okay. Little Westernish W. Watch this. Totally morphing.
Yes.
It is the greatest little trick. Look, we got like a little dinosaur.
I am so into this. Nick, that is a great tip. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
I love that you expanded on it because I would have never thought, like, you just think it has to be something that is a simple path.
Yeah,
but
we should do this more often. We should.
It's like revelations.
It is. Yes, I love learning from Nick. Nick, speaking of bubbly letters that I just created, you also have another way to make some bubbly letters. Let's talk about that. Can you hop over and show us how you make your bubbly letters in Adobe Illustrator?
Yeah, so I found a very round, kind of fun animated font here. Got our Office Hours. We love the idea of using O here. What you could do is the 3D materials here, we're going to go to inflate. And this is really kind of unique. You get an instant kind of like, preview of what it's going to be here. You can obviously mess with the depth a little bit more, the taper as well. We want to inflate both sides. That's in case you are going to actually turn this around, or maybe it's going to be dimensional. I know you can save these as 3D models and bring them into dimension and other things like that. But what we want to do now is we can go to lighting. We can kind of move this around a little bit, try to get a little bit more dramatic. I like this on the black, the way it's looking, looks really, really cool. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the little render section here and ready to go. I have this all set.
Rest in peace. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, there we go. I have it on low. Let's try the high. I'm gonna hit render and it's gonna go through there. And I believe that is it, isn't it? Like, look at that. Like, that is purely illustrated, like unbelievable, right from a font.
Yep.
Just beautiful.
And if you want to learn more about this is such a shameless plug. If you want to learn more about this today, I had some tutorials go live in the app. So if you want to, you can search in the Learn tab to learn more about creating 3D text. And here I actually have you create some cool metallic 3D text. So if you want to learn more about that, I am going to drop the link down in the chat for you.
That's so cool.
You can check that out, and one of our mods will make that clickable for you. And look at this. Nick is rendering in real time. Magic.
Look at this, guys. We're an Illustrator. I'm kind of blown away. And I love this idea of like getting the right angle for maybe like what you just showed. You want to show them random. You want to show them around. I'm going to turn this render off as soon as possible because I can already hear the fan going.
Yep.
And there we go. Turn that off. And look at that. Even under a unrendered thing, it still gives you the whole idea of what you need.
Yes.
So
and
cool.
I believe, I don't know if this is a real thing yet. It's not in the program yet. But eventually you'll be able to open up the Discover panel once probably the next Illustrator update. You can go to Help, go to Tutorials, and then you can search things here. And so hands-on tutorials is where tutorials that I've done will show up. And Nick, have you done any of these?
Yeah, we got an Illustrator Flyer one in there.
Yes. So search for us. Can I search for your name?
It's always hard to find. I think it's under
Flyer. Let's see.
Yeah.
Also, chat, I'm going to reveal my reference. Is it
that first one?
Hands-on. How to make
there it is.
This one?
Yeah.
Yay! We can learn from Nick Longo.
Bro, we're in the app. We are in, like, can you imagine telling yourself that when you first opened up Illustrator?
Right. All right, cool. Nick, I'm going to throw you on the spot here. You should turn your ray tracing off real quick for this one. We do have a question, and here on Adobe Office Hours, we have 10 tips to get through, but they don't matter if you have questions because we're here to answer your questions. And that's why if you're watching the replays, you should tune in live because we are here reading your comments, answering your questions. And Elizabeth says I'm in the app. Oh my goodness, maybe I need to restart. So Nick, Approva is asking, can we add a satin effect over this like we can in Photoshop? You can do so much more than that, Approva. Nick, Apurva, sorry. Nick, can you please show us how to add a material to your 3D render in Adobe Illustrator?
All we did, clicked on the materials tab on the top, and right now we're in a base material here of the default. But let's go through and see what else we have here. We've got spotted concrete. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Look at this. We have circle stitch. Uh-oh. It's taking its time. Oh my gosh. Look at that, guys.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And then a satin. Is that what we were looking for?
Yes.
Ooh, we have fine leather. Oh, look at.
Ooh. Or should I say,
oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Look at this. So again, guys, and here's a nice little marble. Look at that.
And Nick, you have a lot in there that may not be default. Where can people go to get more of these? Is there a hub anywhere or a button right underneath there, the second one in, that people could click to find more free textures?
Find more free materials at Substance 3D community.
Right there, you can click there. You can download free materials that are in the Substance 3D community and you can search for cheese. You can search for bananas. There's a lot of really cool stuff in there. And I believe Howard Pinsky has a lot of tutorials around that as well, which is really cool.
Don't forget, you can use capture on your phone.
Yes.
And actually take a picture of a particular material that you want to use, and it will go right into your library and you can use it here.
Yep. Also, chat, how are the audio levels? I'm trying to balance them out between Nick and I and the music, so let me know how things are. Cough, please. Nice. Hold on. Cough counter 1. All right, chat, I'm going to reveal to you the inspiration behind this design, as well as show you my tip number 2. This, no one guessed it. It's a very niche reference. This was inspired by the headquarters in Power Rangers.
Oh my God.
I was trying to think of like, what was this cool, like futuristic, like neon vibe. And that's the thing that popped in my head was these towers on the sides of Zordon that would change colors throughout seasons. And I was like, let's do that as like the focal piece of this design. So you can see there the connection. Inspiration comes from anywhere.
The cheesiness of that show.
Oh, fantastic.
Hands down, one of the best.
Magic.
Loved
All
it.
right, so here's my next tip, and it's actually one that I don't need to show you in the program, but it's actually in every program, and that is how to change your preferences. As you can probably see, actually, you can't see it here. Oh, it's not it's capturing different. That's fine. But let's go ahead and show you how to do your preferences. You can hit Command K to open up your preferences, and that's Control K on PC, Command K on Mac. And there's a lot of stuff in here that I do want to point out. So the ones that I want to point out: scale corners. This will be really helpful if you're working with creating buttons. So if I'm creating a button and I've created that button and grabbed this to round out the corners, now if I move this, you can see the corner angles are not changing. They're not squashing at all.
Yeah.
But if I went in and had that turned on where it went to scale corners and I hit OK, when I start to pull this, you can see it's starting to squash those and stretch them. And so I don't want the squash. Look at how ugly that corner looks.
Oh, so, you could spot those a mile away.
Exactly. You can, a squashed corner, I see it forever. So we can turn that off. And then you also can scale strokes and effects. So you can turn this on and off. And that is really helpful when you're working with drop shadows, when you're working at things that have a stroke on it, so that it doesn't get too crazy. If you turn that on, it will maintain the look that you have without things getting out of proportion.
Yes.
Other things that I want to show you here is to go down and do selection and anchor display. I always have my anchor points at the absolute max. So Nick, what is your setting on your anchor points?
Oh, that's a good point. That is under general?
Yes.
Let's find out.
So Command K.
Here we go.
And then you're going to go to over to display. Wait, selection and anchor display. Second one down.
There we go. Oh, I have it on. Ooh.
So yeah, Nick's is very small. So Nick, can you go ahead and just direct select an anchor point?
Yeah, let's see. Here we go.
So direct select any of those and then zoom in there.
Yeah, it's not that big, is it?
Yep.
Look at that. It's
so while you select that, you can see super, super tiny. So if you want to see a little bit better, this is what mine look like. So it's a lot larger to be able to see things and work a little more seamlessly. And if you want to open that up, you also can change the handle style to be filled in or to be open. So really, really great. And Jiro is saying, does this option work exactly the same as the option we get when we double click the scale tool in the toolbar? Yes.
Oh, that's
same
a great
same
one.
options. Yep.
And you also have pattern as well. That's a big one.
Yes. Yep.
Scaling your
Absolutely.
pattern.
So another one that I want to point out here, you can do guides and grids. You can actually change the color of your guides. I know a lot of people use guides and have, stuff like this that maybe they're trying to print something out and they have these guides here, but you can actually change these guides to be something different. So if I'm working on a design that is blue, it's going to be a hard time to work right here. And so what you can do is you can go into grids and guides, and we're just going to change this. And you can actually pick your colors here. And I'm gonna change it to a pink, hit OK, and then they all change to pink. So this would be really easy to set up your guides if you want to in that preferences panel. One more.
You can make any line a guide as well.
Yes. One more that you want to do, brightness. I usually work on the dark mode. I was recording tutorials and they told me I had to work on the light mode, and I'm so stressed now. You can also change this share button up here. A lot of people, hold on chat, bye. This share button up here, a lot of people don't like that it's blue. You can change right here the share button to match the brightness, and it will change it. And you also can scale your UI. If you want it a little bit easier to see, you can scale that up and down. And I can go here and change it to blue, and you'll see that now I have the blue share button, which I don't want. I'm just going to match that
I love
brightness.
the match. That's great.
Right? Magic.
Which gray are you usually on? Do you go full to the dark mode or somewhere in between?
Oh, I go full dark mode, like as dark as I can possibly get it. I want to focus on my artboard because the artboard is always white, but I want everything else to be dark.
That's funny. I've never noticed what that is under display as well. Yes. No, that is under.
No, wait. I lied. I'm light mode in Illustrator, dark mode in Photoshop. That's my switch. Yes, because I like to focus on the photo in Photoshop.
There we go.
All right, let's hop in. Nick, your tip number 3?
3, I believe so.
Let's try it.
Okay, this I've always heard of, never tried it. But there is a thing called object repeat mirror. And if you are drawing a ton of fun little icons that are symmetrical and you just want to be able to do half of the work and get all of the credit, guess what? I'm here to the rescue. You basically draw your vertical line like this. And with it selected, we're literally just going to go to object and repeat and then mirror. And you'll see that turns to a gray line and you get a little bit of some stuff there, right? I'm just going to take the pencil tool and I'm going to start drawing like it was a vase, right? I get the other side perfectly, which is awesome. If you're doing something very cool, like maybe a unique kind of star or something cool, you can do something like this and you're getting that. And I just love this idea that I saw someone doing like little like blue bottle coffee kind of stuff where it was like a little vase like this. And again, I'm doing it away from the line, but if you do it right on the line, it will butt up right next to it as well. And I love this too, because I think we did this a long time ago, but you could take half of this art and turn that into a 3D model if you're doing like a unique bottle shape or something like that. This is a great way you can do it. Just see how it's looking, and it gives you that mirrored effect every time you're drawing, which is fantastic. So I love this idea. Like here, you just click out and you got both of these here. Everything's grouped. I'll just ungroup it. We'll take these two guys here. I think it's grouped. Let's see. Oh, maybe it's what is it? How does it ungroup?
I think that you have to be in the tool and then double click. Or hit
in
enter,
this tool.
I think, maybe.
Let's see.
With the no, it's in effects. It's in effects. So go to your appearance panel on the right, the second button from the bottom, and then right there it should. Oh no! Wait, it has mirror repeat at the top.
Oh, there you go.
Chat, what is happening?
Contents?
I don't know, Nick. I don't know.
I'll figure it out.
Okay, Nick's gonna figure that out, and while he figures that out, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna show you how to do the vase. We have to do it. We talked about it, and Nick, you talked about it too many times for me not to do it. So here's what you can do: is you can grab the pencil tool, or you can grab the paintbrush tool, and this is another 3D hack. If you want to create some really cool, just fun mock-ups, go ahead and just draw out kind of a piece of something. You can do a line, you can do like a weird shape, and then you're going to select that and go to Effect, 3D Materials, and we're going to go to Revolve. You'll pretty much never use this one, but using Revolve to make vases is really fun.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. My settings are on.
That's the best looking vase I've seen.
That's it. It's like a more like, I don't know, minimal, like futuristic approach.
Yeah.
All right, we're hopping back to you. Type on a path. Talk about it.
All right. This is the one that like I think I've probably done in my classroom 1,000 times. A student will bring in something like this as a some kind of a reference, and they want to do the text on the top and the bottom, but make sure it's exactly the same size and it is on a path that lines up. They always find that to be one of the hardest things to do. So technically what I'm gonna do is, if I already have a circle here and I started with it, I'm just gonna do Command copy and then Command F, which would be placing it on top. And there's a bunch of ways you could do this. You could do it with offset path if you want, but all I'm gonna do is just make it a little bit smaller, and you can see it there. I'm gonna make the line white so you guys can see it, and I'll turn that off. Now, I'm just going to take this, type on a path. We're going to click on it, and we'll do Office Hours. And we'll do this in white as well. And that is not the font we will use. I'm just going to find something nice and clean to show this off. Let's go here, and we'll move this a little bit bigger. Now, the one thing I never understood until I kind of looked up a few tutorials was this idea that we are on the baseline of this. And what we want to do is we want to change the type on the path and be centered on the line rather than on the base, because you have all these options when you go to type on a path and you go type on a path option. And here, notice we have the rainbow. So the rainbow is basically allowing the kind of individual letters to kind of fan out with the path that you're on. Keep that there. Go to baseline and turn it to center. And when you hit OK, notice now we're on the center of this line, and we can actually increase, obviously we'll go with some letter spacing here as well. I'll just make it like 100 just to show you. And then we can even make our type a little bit bigger, and we'll put it here. Great. Now we need that bottom one. And this is what every student used to do. They'd copy that one when it was on the base, and when they brought it to the bottom, it wouldn't line up. So I'm just going to copy, Command C, paste in front, Command F, and then we'll turn it this way. Now notice, same size, same exact, it's lined up perfectly, but we are backwards on this. So all you need to do is you look for this little anchor right here. You can see it right where my mouse is. You're gonna take that and you're just gonna put it to the inside. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna change the orientation. So now Office Hours reads perfectly there. And this is one of those things, just what a perfect little way to do it.
Yep. Nick, how did you align that to the center? What are the steps you have to go through to align it to the center again?
Yeah, so you're going to go right up to Object, Path. I'm sorry, Type on a path, and Type on a path options.
Nick, that's a lot of clicks. Guess what? You don't have to do that. So what you can do is you can actually go, and this is one of my biggest pet peeves. We'll come back to this. That's one of my biggest pet peeves about working with type on a path is you have to click on so many things to get to the options. So what I'm going to do is, instead of going through all of these steps, I'm going to go to Edit. We're going to go to Keyboard Shortcuts. And from there, we're going to go to Menu Commands, and we're going to find the steps that we would have done. So we're going to go Type, and then we would have done Type on a Path, and then we would have done Type on a Path Options. Yes. And now I can change my shortcut, and this is going to be Command-Shift-T for me. And it looks like that already is used for tabs. That's fine. Yes, that's totally fine. It will just kill the one for tabs, which is good with me.
How about Command-Shift-P for path?
Oh, okay. Let's do that. Sure. So we're going to go here. Command-Shift-P is for place. So let's do Command-Alt-Shift-P.
There you go.
Command. Oh, I can't do Alt. Wait, no, get that out of here. Stop that. Wait. No, wait, hold on. Wait. Okay. Got it. Okay.
There it is.
Yes. So I'm just going to do custom here. So you can do as many custom ones as you want. So now when I go and I type on a path, all I need to do is Command-Shift-P, and now it opens up that for us.
Beautiful.
So you can do custom hotkeys, and you can set them to whatever you want. I usually use a ton of those, especially in Photoshop. If I just have an easier way of creating my own hotkeys, super, super easy to do.
Nice. Leave it to me to show you the very, very long way to get there.
No, it's fine. That's why we work together. Teamwork, teamwork. Also,
I love that idea.
Can we do a Rush Hour reboot with us?
Heck yeah.
That's what I want. All right. Yeah, like a little good cop, bad cop kind of thing. All right. So this is the 3D that I was trying to show you. And we had this path. I'm going to have to go way back. So we had this path here that was just regular path. And we opened up 3D and then clicked on revolve. And it revolves that. And so I'm going to make it white so we can see it a little better. Basically what it's doing is it's taking it and then spinning it around 360 degrees. But I don't want that. Okay. I want it to start from the right edge. So we're going to go to right edge here. And you can see that we get a lot better of a boss. because it is revolving around the right edge right here. So that if I want to, I can change it and do a twist, which is going to twist each time it revolves a little bit. The revolve angle, we can do less. So if you want to do like half of Voss, pretty easy. Or if we wanted to, we can actually come in and direct select, and we can edit this path if we wanted to kind of like pull things out. Maybe we want it to be more of like a balloon shape.
It's like you're right at the pottery wheel.
Exactly. Yes. Right at the pottery wheel, which is awesome. We also can change the offset. That is going to be how thick it is. So we can create like an actual glass, which is pretty cool. And then we also can change perspective, all that fun stuff. So this is just a fun way to play around to make
materials too.
Voss. We can do materials, and even better than materials, what we can do is we can actually add in like our art. And so what we can do is click on graphics right here, and then we're going to click on plus, and we are going to do, we are going to go select some art. So let's say that we want, sure, let's put this on here. With that selected, we're going to click on plus, and we're going to do add as single graphic, and it's going to add it right here. And now when I select my 3D object, all I need to do is click, and it will place it onto that object in 3D.
Oh my gosh.
Really cool. And I can change the scale here so that it won't look as crazy. And then you can just click and drag on where you want that to go, so you can place it on your 3D object. So this is really cool to create some mock-ups and that kind of things.
Who would have thought? Like, I mean, we already have the beta for mock-up and all these things, but to see like you could start from a path, make a 3D object, and then bring your art on there and then manipulate it as well.
Yes. All right.
In Illustrator.
Nick, we are at half an hour. We are more than halfway through our show. I am on tip number 4. What tip? You're on tip number 4 as well.
4, correct.
All right. Chat, you need to watch faster. All right, Nick, take it away. Number 4.
Hey, I'm using my next 2. I gotta say, I use these probably more than anything else out there. And that first one is the mock-up beta. And look what I did. I'm recycling from the past. This was our brand swap back a while ago.
Delete anything.
No, never. And what I have here is I purposely did the south and white because I figured we got a black hat here as well. So I'm just going to kind of zero this down, get it to where I think it should go. And let's zoom in and see this. So I'm going to take this plus the hat. That is just a JPEG found on the web. You can find it on stock wherever you are looking for something unique. As long as it's got some 3D kind of dimensionality to it, also some good shading on there, you're going to get great results. With both of them selected, we are going to go to object and we're going to go to mockup beta, and then we're going to hit make. Give it a second. This is going to literally look at the cap itself and find the right structure to put it on. It might even tilt it a little bit. Let's see what it does. Oh my gosh, there we go. Now, take this, turn it a little bit here. Now, I want you to see too, this is where it gets really cool. This kind of stuff is where I love showing the power of this thing, right? Like, we know we want it right in the middle. And I'm going to use, it looks a little off, but I'm going to use the actual kind of like seam there to show that I think that is where it would go. That is kind of quite an angle.
And go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I like to do is, Beacon's watching fast. Thanks, Jiro. What I like to do is change the blending mode. Is go through the blending modes on that, and usually you can do like a color burn. You can find something that like brings in that seam, so you can capture like all the little details of what that would look like.
Yeah, exactly. This is another cool thing.
Hold on. Do we still not have live preview in Illustrator of blending modes? We don't, do we?
No, we do not. I wish that was there.
Illustrator.
Come on.
I'll have some conversation. I'll have my people talk to their people.
Yes. Now, can you keep adding? I always forget. Let's see.
No, this is a big thing with mockup. You cannot add multiple things to your mockup, and you also cannot add raster images. So it has to be vector art onto a raster image.
There you go.
I did run into this exact situation mocking up a hat, so I know exactly what you're doing. It's not going to work. So it's been a long time trying to figure it out.
That looks pretty dang good. I did that one with my hand. Yeah. I just, for a quick little like mock-up for something cool, I also use it while I'm designing the logo. And a lot of times it's like, will this look good on the hat? Will this look on whatever kind of app or kind of merch we're going to use? So having that is great. I do love as well, it gives you a quick little glance here of some other ones that you can try and see how they look as well. So again, not having to go outside of Illustrator and staying only in this app. What a game changer.
Pretty
cool. Much fun.
Pretty cool.
What do you
all right. I have another tip for you, but first, before I do that, we had some friends that were saying hi in another place. Usually we're watching and hanging out with Behance chat. Hi, Behance chat. YouTube chat. What's up, YouTube chat? Woo! YouTube, hi. I just wanted to make sure that I said hi to everyone that's watching on YouTube. Nice to see you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. We do look at both chats. We just bounce back and forth, and usually Behance chat gets to be on the screen. But let's do a little fight. We can do a little fight. We've done this before. It is going to be YouTube chat versus Behance chat. We're doing rock, paper, scissors. So put your pick, rock, paper, or scissors in the chat. The overwhelming majority will win the screen time for this episode. So
nice.
Everybody put in rock, paper, scissors, vote now, and we'll see what happens. All right, back to me for tip number 4. Nick, we literally, there's no way we're finishing these. Okay,
I know.
So mine is envelope distort, and what we can do is if we are working with like type and trying to create like a cool kind of weird look, what I want to do is I want to make this into this kind of shape, create like a little bubbly thing. So what I'm going to do is make sure that this is arrange and bring to front, and that our text is behind it. We're going to select both of those and then go to Object, Envelope Distort, and Make with Top Object. That is going to smash our text into that top object. And if we want to, we can actually scale that down so that we have like a little bit less of an intensity. Or we can leave it like that. We can toss it into blue, and now we've got this really cool, weird shape. And you also can do this with like any weird oblong shape. So let's say that we have this like weird, shape that looks like this. That's going to be too extreme. What I can do is just, again, select both of these, and then I'm going to use a hotkey here, Control Alt B. Nope, Control Alt C. There it is. So Control Alt C is going to smash it into that shape to create this really cool envelope distort. Just a quick tip to create something really new and interesting.
I think you can almost do that and almost make a new font out of it when you think about it.
Oh, 100%.
Truly, and like get rid of the distortion of the unit of the whole thing, but you can keep each individual letter. I love that.
Yep. And what I do is Object Expand. I hit OK, and now they are paths, and now I have those individual paths for the letters. Pretty cool.
Love it.
All right, Nick, tip number 5. Take it away.
Somewhere in there, yeah. I wanted to give retype quite a challenge. So we've all been using this. This has been that one where every time I use a font and I outline it and I don't save the live version of it, I need to go back and find out what it is. I think we did it live on air last week because I was looking for that really kind of strike typography that we were working on. So this is a found image, again, it's actually from Adobe stock. So it's really kind of cool to see some unique things there as well. We're going to go to type. It's selected, and we're going to go to retype beta. What I love about this is it's going to find every form of font on there. Notice it has found just about every little thing there. And the first thing it went to is probably just California because it's the biggest one. But all of a sudden I can go right through here and start seeing some of these great fonts that are very similar in a way. This one actually looks pretty dang close, but it's obviously what I have, but then we can find more matches by going through the whole Adobe type library, and it will find something really, really good to use. If you like one, you literally can click on it and you just hit apply. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna apply it to the actual art, try to match it as best as possible, and it will apply that. You can see it's doing it right now as we're talking, and it looks pretty dang cool. So look at all the other stuff. We can go even into like this one here. And now with that one selected, everything else goes away. And look at, wow, this found a really good one right off the bat. Aptly, love it. Great as well. Hit apply. You will get all of these. And I'm assuming it does do the quick syncing if it is not in your library right off the bat, right?
Yep. Yeah, it should be syncing from the cloud, downloading it for you, and then it will replace that so that you have live text in that area, which is just so cool.
There you go.
You got it up top.
Perfect. Look at that. So we have this ready to go, and then I'm just going to hit exit. And now you can see here, it is there. Ungroup it, and I can grab that and take it right.
You know what I haven't noticed?
Right out of the art.
Yeah, I haven't noticed that it just did this. It just did like a generative fill to take the type away so that you can see it better.
And it kept a little bit of the bottom of that pendant there. It actually added some 4s, which I really think that's hilarious.
Why not? That's pretty magical.
That's Sensei working right there.
Adobe Sensei technology. Right? I need to ask somebody if Adobe Sensei technology is like a thing still that we're using.
And this is great because it's completely editable. It has brought it in there, and now you have this to work on your design. I think that's just one of the best things they've added in a long time.
All right, chat. Paper covers rock. Behance wins. Behance chose rock. YouTube chose paper. So, sorry, Behance stays. All right, so my tip number 5 is going to be how to create a color palette with 2 colors. What we're gonna do is we're gonna select these 2 things that are different colors and then go to Object, Blend, Blend Options. And we are going to do specified steps. And we're just gonna do 3 steps here and hit OK. And what it's gonna do is blend takes the average of each of those steps, so 3 steps of the shape as well as the color. So what if I wanted to make this maybe a square? Let's do that real quick just so you can see the difference between the two. Is if this was a square, I'm going to select these 2 and then go to Object, Blend, and Make. And now it's going to give me the colors in between as well as the shapes in between. Really great for creating squircles. Ooh. If you want a little squircle action.
Squircles are the best.
But we can do here and see, this is actually a very nice like summer, like kind of poppy. Ooh, even that's a very summer palette. Is play around with the 2 colors and it can give you some interesting palettes. And then from there you can go to Object, Expand, hit OK. And then just click on a little folder right here, and we have a new palette with all of our colors. So super easy way to make a color palette. Boom, done in a minute. Nick, tip number 5, 6?
18?
18. Here we go.
No idea.
Generative recolor. Speaking of colors.
Hey, it's like we planned this. We've done this before. Generative recolor. I've been using this a lot, and there's a few ways you can use it, which are great. So when you have it here clicked, you'll get recolor right here. You also get the color wheel up here as well. So you've got multiple options. These colors, they're all kind of linked together. And as you move on the color wheel, you can actually even brighten them. You can darken them. These are just simple like commands. Let's say the client was like, love them, but they're not standing out enough. So maybe we needed them a little lighter against a dark background. Awesome. That's one way you can do it as well. The next way, you go over here and you just go to generative recolor. And if I know these need to be more like a spring, and we'll call them pastel, let's see what happens. This is where you'll get amazing results. One, the fact that it's doing it universal and it's doing it that quickly. But like this one here, to me, I'm a big fan when it's like in line with the character. Like obviously these are eco-friendly, you know, the blues and greens are going to be in there, but I love when it throws me for a spin and it gives me something that still works, but it's kind of in that zone, right? Love this idea. You have all these cool things here as well. And so there's a bunch you can try as well. There's one more way you can do it. When we go back here and you have this color, let's close the retype here. You have this color theme picker. I brought in 2 fun little illustrations here. And I'm going to go here, and now watch when I click on this one, which is a little more earthy, right? We'll click on that. We get this as well. Now, I can obviously go and move these around again and get them to where I want. But let's click on this one, which is a lot more colorful. Come on. Look at that. It's so great. Here, I'll move this kind of closer so you can see where it pulled some of these colors from. I just thought this mosaic was kind of in line with what we were looking for. Maybe this comes from the client. Maybe it comes from something pre-existing in the brand. And what a quick way to change all of your stuff in just one click. So absolutely love this.
It's pretty cool. That's pretty
really,
cool.
Really neat.
So generative recolor is great for recoloring vector patterns. Yes, agreed. Very much so.
For sure.
All right, so next thing that I'm going to show is I'm going to show you how to create an action. I don't think enough people use actions. There are a bunch of actions in Photoshop. There are default actions, all kinds of stuff for you to play around and create actions. I have a lot that I've recorded, and over here you can see that this looks like it is pulling things into one color. We have some that this is maybe making it black and white. These are all from old projects that I have created. Chutzpah, this is actually one that Chutzpah put out on their website that creates a really cool like grainy look. If you want to, actually, let's try it. Let's see what happens. I'm not fully confident this is going to work here, but let's see what happens. So what happens is you'll go through and you hit record when you want to start recording your action, and then you do everything that you want to do and then hit stop. So here you can see everything that Amy and Jen Hood did: duplicate current layer, diffuse, dust and scratches, add noise, and it will save you the time of having to do all those clicks at the same time, or again and again and again. So with that selected, we are going to just click on this action that we have here and hit play and see what happens. Boom. Nice. Created that really cool kind of like vintage look.
Yeah. You can it almost makes it look too easy that there's a lot going on there.
Yep. And literally it just clicked through, ran all those different pieces, which is really great. You also, if you want to get more advanced, you can go into a manual, and we're going to play this, and it will bring up some extra pieces for you to play around with. And so maybe we want to do light only diffused, maybe anthropomorphic. Let's do light and only. And then here, dust and scratches. We want more dust and scratches. That's too much. All right. Yeah, a little bit less. There we go. Hit OK. And now we can go through, add noise. We definitely want a lot more noise. Boom. We want that to be Gaussian. And boom, look at that. So you can play around with actions, record them. If you're going to do something more than once, create an action for it. There's no reason not to.
Especially
Nick,
if it's a
tip number 7.
Yeah, we're out. I got to figure something out here. We've gone through everything.
All right, Nick's
awesome.
done.
What do you
get out of here. I got 4 more, baby. All right, so the next one that I want to show you is non-destructive texture in Photoshop. And guess what? We're going to do it on this same one. What we're going to do is we are going to create a new layer. So working non-destructively, Nick, let's go back to headshots because we need to talk to you about what something means. Nick, what does it mean to work non-destructively in Photoshop?
So you want to make sure you're preserving all of the original components of that actual piece that you were given.
Yes. So each of the pieces, each of your layers, if I want to go back and do that. So here is an example of if I wanted to change something, this is working non-destructively. So if I wanted to, actually, let's do destructive first. Let's get crazy. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is if I want to work destructively, I can look right here on the shoes and you see that I have the layer selected. And let's say that I want to, actually, let's just do this. Let's say that I want to remove this background. So while selecting the layer, I can grab the erase tool and I'll just click and kind of erase here. But you can see that it's actually messing up the pixels. The pixels are disappearing there. Yeah. So working non-destructively would be doing a mask. So we can go here, and even if I wanted to, this will actually be easier, is I can go into my properties panel and we are going to just remove the background on those, and it will remove the background so I have just the shoes. Boom. Really, really good. So there you can see it made a mask. That is non-destructive. So if you're trying to do smart objects, if you're trying to do texture, oh, my battery level is at critical on my mouse. So good luck, everyone. If I disappear, Nick, I'm just putting it on your screen. You need to figure it out. Yes. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer. We're going to do that hitting Control-Shift-N. And from there, we are going to change the blending mode of this to overlay. We are going to fill with overlay neutral color 50% gray, which is going to make it look like nothing. So we'll hit OK. And then I'm going to go to filter and noise. And the reason that it's not showing is overlay basically will lighten anything that is lighter than 100 or than 50% and darken actually won't affect anything that's lower. So right at 50%, it's not lightening, it's not darkening, it's not doing anything because it's hitting right in the middle where it's just not active. So if we add noise to that layer and go to add noise, you can see that we're starting to get some noise on our image, nice noisy image, and we'll hit OK. And the reason that that's working is it's not actually augmenting any of the things below it. It's just adding that on top because it is an overlay. And the pieces, I'm actually going to put a white layer so we can see what's happening here, is, I'm going to turn the overlay off. You can see there, we have the black pieces here are way darker. The light pieces are way lighter than 50%, but then a lot of it in the middle is kind of around that 50%. So when we change it to overlay, it is going to give us all of that gradation and that nice texture without us ruining or messing up the image. And usually if I have texture like this with noise, I'll go in and I'll blur it by 0.4, which is the smallest blur you can do.
It's like a natural, like it's too sharp in those pixels, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So it's a little too sharp. So I just blur by 0.4. And there we go. That's how to add texture on top of your image. Nick, do you have another one or should I keep going?
I guess we're going in. Yeah, you do another one, then we'll go into Firefly.
Got another one. I'm going to go into Firefly right now. Are you ready to go into Firefly?
You go for it. What are we doing?
I'm going into Firefly. All right, chat. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Chat, why are you not on my screen? I miss you. Chat, no. Chat, come back to me. No. There you are. Hi, friends. Nice to see you. So I'm just going to type in random stuff here to get into the prompt.
Is that your trick?
Oh yeah. I just want to get into the window. And so I always just like type random stuff and then I get a fun little surprise of what it's going to look like.
I'm doing the same.
So I am, ooh,
oh, wait, let's see what I got.
Wait, this is iconic.
Bro. Oh, Look at, dude.
Whoa, hold on. Nick got cool stuff too. Just type in gibberish, y'all. Just type in gibberish and see what happens.
We're gonna have a whole new little side show called gibberish.
Welcome to gibberish here on Office Hours.
Gibberish Hours.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to download a quick image. And chat, if you would like to join us, this image is in our Discord. And Nick, what is the Discord that they can go to?
Oh, right below there, discord.gg/ACC.
That's a spot.
Get it there.
Go get it right there. And what we want you to do is we want you to download this. So save the image right here. I'm going to download that into my downloads. And then I'm going to come back into Adobe Firefly. And here we are going to do a structure reference. Really, really cool to create something in Adobe Firefly. So what do I want this to be? Let's do like frozen blue ice with snow. So we're gonna type in our prompt here, and then we are going to go to, I want it to be a photo, and then we're going to do a structure reference. We're gonna upload an image, and that is going to give us the image that we have right here. We're going to hit OK, and then it will upload that image for us as the structure reference. I do want to keep it in that 1920 by 1080 widescreen. And then I want the visual intensity and strength to be all the way up here. That means it's going to stay, but isn't gibberish a generative credit less? It's true, but you have a lot of, if you're a Creative Cloud member, you have enough that you won't use them. All right, so we're going to go here, turn the strength all the way up and then hit generate.
Ooh, I'm trying this out too. This is kind of fun stuff.
So it is generating right now and thinking about what our logo or what this structure would look like with frozen blue ice with snow. Ooh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I want it to be a little bit more mixed. So I'm going to go into the strength and put the strength in the middle. And I also am going to change this to art to see what happens. So we're going to generate here and see if it will pick up a little bit more.
You had your strength very low, right?
I had my strength all the way up. So pulling the strength all the way up is going to like really try to lock it in. I put the strength in the middle to see if we can get something a little bit less. Oh, you know what? Didn't quite do it for me. Let's put the strength all the way back up and see if it was just photo versus art.
Yeah,
so we're going to put art back in here and see what happens.
Cool.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, let's see what you get.
Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Little ice tunnels.
Ooh.
Pretty cool, right?
Look at that. Oh wait, mine didn't even like use the, I got to do the strength higher, right?
Yes, you need to do the strength higher. Yep. So this is great to do with logos to have some fun. Again, if you want to, you can go to our Discord, discord.gg/ACC. We have this file in there, make it and post it. And we're going to make like supercut of all the different versions that we have.
Oh yeah.
And Nick, mine did what yours did too. And I don't know why. I think it's because photo it like didn't try to do art and see if that works better.
There you go.
Don't know why it's doing that, but it is.
Yeah, I think we always had a little bit more luck with the art setting on there.
Yes,
because I
welcome
think
to live production.
Has maybe a little bit more flexibility to like fill in some of the blanks and stuff.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh my gosh.
There we go. There it is.
Wow. Oh, what a cool idea this would be for like the mural of like, if you're doing something cool for, this is a, you put your original logo in there and show off to the client like some cool ideas for the murals.
Yep.
Come on. This is
pretty
awesome.
Cool. All right.
Love it.
My 10th tip, because we have 2 minutes left.
Yes. Go ahead, buddy.
Is creative challenges. If you want to get more involved with the Adobe community and learn more about Illustrator, Photoshop, or video, you can actually check out these challenge pages. Not a lot of people know about these, but behance.net/challenge/illustrator. Our mod will drop the link in there for you. behance.net/challenge/illustrator. Really, really great resource for you. These happen every single Monday. Nope. Every single Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. We have these challenges that happen all the time. They help you level up your skills. And there is one for Illustrator. There's one for Photoshop, and there's one for video. And it's something that you can go and just click on this little button to take the challenge. And then it will allow you to sign up. You'll get a little ding in your notifications when you have a new challenge available. So if you want to do this, go ahead, do it. We do have a new challenge set coming up. If you want to learn about Photoshop, you can learn next month from, drumroll please, Howard Pinsky is going to be doing the challenges so you can learn more about Photoshop with Howard Pinsky. Izzy is going to be doing the Illustrator ones. And then we have our friend, the patron saint of video, Evan Abrams, teaching you about video on Monday. So Monday is video, Tuesday's Illustrator, Wednesday is Photoshop. And you can play around with all those. Nick, you're doing some crazy stuff over here.
Ooh, yeah.
So Nick is going to show one more render before we go. Nick, we got about a minute left. What advice do you have for people that are trying to discover new things, trying new stuff in Illustrator and Photoshop? How do you learn new stuff?
Okay, it's all right here. You got Adobe Live. You got everything from all of us on YouTube with our years worth of stuff, and then the creative challenges as well. Why not try those as well?
Yeah, great ways to get connected. And Nick, let's close the show with showing us what you just created. Pretty dope.
So cool. And this is with the preset right there.
Yep, this is a style reference and a structure reference to create something really freaking cool.
So cool.
That's rad. All right, thanks everybody for watching. We will see you next week. Yes, we will see you next week. And Nick, what are we talking about next week?
Ask us any of your design questions, whatever it is. We're going to do it.
We are doing our first Adobe Office Hours AMA. It's going to be a great time. So ask us anything about creativity, and you can send us a DM or follow on social to, we're going to put polls up and questions up so you can ask us anything about graphic design, about being a professional designer. Nick, what is your handle that people can follow along at?
Longo Designs is on Instagram.
Yes, and I am hoch.co, HOCHDOTCO on Instagram. Follow along, send us your questions, or post them over in the Discord, and we'll come back next week with an Ask Us Anything. We'll see you there. Bye, everybody.